Hello and welcome to Italy versus Wales and Switzerland versus Turkey in our first Matchday 3 game. And it could be the end of the tournament for a couple of these teams apart from one, which is Italy. And I have the pleasure of being joined by the honorary Swissman. I feel like this tournament. KL, how are you, pal?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Nervous for today's game, as you say. Welcome. I hope everyone's looking forward to it because it is, as you say, it's kind of crunch time now, and it almost feels like it's gone a little bit too quick for my liking. We're already at match day 3, and it's a bit sad.
I feel like we've been doing this watch-along for so long right now, but it's only been a week and a half, 2 weeks. But I feel like we've covered so much football, which is, I don't think we're complaining. It's rare we have these many watch-alongs. We will go because as we've got the national anthems being played. I don't know about you. No, but we will start actually with the lineups, which is, we'll find, I think it's this one, yes. So welcome, Italy versus Turkey. Watch long. We'll start with the Italian lineup, but big changes for the Italians. 9 changes overall. It's Donnarumma in his net, it's actually 8 changes. And then it's Emerson at left back, then Bastone and Bonucci. Bonucci retains his place, obviously. Chiellini out with a possible injury. We saw him go off in that game against Switzerland. Rafael Toloi, the Brazilian, possibly at right back, and then it's midfield 3 of Pessina, Jorginho retaining his spot, and then Marco Verratti, the PSG man. Then a changed front 3. It is now Chiesa, Belotti, and apparently Chiesa is there twice. It is obviously Bernardeschi. I've had this issue a couple of times where the wingers have not changed, but it's Bernardeschi on the other side. On the bench, it is Sirigu, Meret, Di Lorenzo, Spinazzola, Locatelli, Castrovilli, Insigne, Acerbi, Crisante, Immobile, Barella, and Raspadori. So Italy are already through. This game doesn't mean anything to them, particularly. But who it does mean to is Wales, and this is their starting lineup. It's Danny Ward in there, and then a back 5 of Nico Williams, Ethan Ampadu, Joe Rodon, Chris Gunter, and Connor Roberts. Then it's Aaron Ramsey, Joe Allen, Joe Morrell as a midfield 3. And then up front, it's Dan James and Gareth Bale. On the bench, we've got Hennessy, Davies, Lockyer, Wilson, Roberts, Kiefer Moore, Norrington Davis, Williams, Brooks, Metham, and Levitt. First of all, what do you think about the teams, Kel?
Annoyed because I have Immobile in fantasy and he's just been dropped on the final day. And you say it means nothing for Italy. It does, because they could come second in the group. If Wales win today, it does mean something for them.
It does.
Of course. But they know they're through. They need to get some players minutes because you never know when injuries occur, as we saw with Chiellini. No. And you want the players that you bring off the bench to be fresh and not get in their first minutes of the tournament. It's still an extremely talented lineup, of course it is. And as for Wales, you're looking towards probably your main man, Gareth Bale. A little bit of a change for them, obviously, with Gunter coming in, Nico Williams getting his first start as well. The midfield 3 stays the same, so there's a little bit of consistency there. But it should be a good game. I think Italy might just best them on the day. But with all that change, maybe it won't be as fluid as we saw in the first 2 match days where they've looked absolutely unbeatable.
Yeah, I mean, both Italy coming off a double 3-0 win. Could we see repeat that 3-0 win? I think I'm hoping, because I want goals. If you look at the head-to-head of both these sides, the last time they played each other was in 2003, with Italy 4-0 victors then. Wales have only ever won twice, with them beating them the year previous. You see the record, 7 wins, 1 draw, 2 lost for Italy, and then Wales, 2 wins, 1 draw, and 7 lost. The actual one to watch I've picked out today is Jorginho. I mean, a Champions League winner, has played every single game. He's been crucial in that midfield, controlling the game. And you know what? We're going to keep his impressive form going. But as I know these games go on, we'll go to KL's game if you want to talk us through the lineups.
Yeah, a couple of changes for Switzerland as well. It's Jan Sommer, a supposed back 3, but I have my own theories. Ricardo Rodriguez, Manuel Akanji, Nico Elvedi and Akanji, and Ricardo Rodriguez all keeping their places. Zuba comes into the 11, Xhaka and Freuler, the midfield 2. Vidma comes in for Mbabu with Shaqiri and Bolo, and my surprise addition of Seferovic, which I'm surprised he's kept his place after 2 non-existent performances. But the bench is Mvogo, Kobel, and Babu, Zakaria, Vargas, Sau, Fashnacht, Benito, Mehmedi, Gavranovic, Fabian Shah, who has dropped to the bench, and Comert as well. I think this will be a 4. I think Vidma will go to right back, Ricardo Rodriguez to left, them 2 in the middle, maybe Shaqiri on one of the wings, Zuba on the other, and the midfield 2 staying the same. We'll see if Seferovic can finally get going this tournament, because he has been poor.
Very surprising clues, and we'll look at the Turkish side.
Yep, and it is Kakia in goal, a back 4 of Mulder, his first start of the tournament. Sionchu and Demiral's back. Zeki Selik at right back. Kalhanoglu, Kaveci, Khan Ayhan, Ozan Tufan and Cengiz Under as a midfield 5. And the man Burak Yilmaz up top. Their bench is Gunuk, Bayendia, Yakoslu, who drops out. Tokos. Kenan Karaman, thank God he's been dropped. He's awful. Yusuf Yazici, Antal Yali, Kabak, Unal, Yilmaz again, Koku and Deravisoglu. Obviously, that's not the real Yilmaz, guys. Yilmaz is up top today. But for Turkey, the surprise for me, or not the surprise, I should say, is my worry is Khan Ayhan. The guy playing CDM today, plays in Sassuolo, used to play for Fortuna. He is a devil from set pieces. And I know during qualifying, he did rack up a lot of goals with headers from corners and balls whipped into the box. So he's the one for me from set pieces today that worries me a little bit. But interesting to see Mulder as well finally get a start for Turkey.
It's a good signing for Turkey. I mean, they could go through as high as third place. It's unlikely on 3 points that you would, but there's definitely a chance. I think your game has probably kicked off as well, Kyle. Now, I'll explain the one to watch. So obviously, you had Ayhan. I just went Cengiz Under. Won the FA Cup with Leicester this year. Playing around mid, actually has got a really good record for Turkey. But more important, I think, for him, his season is ended in terms of he might not be at Leicester anymore. So this is either a chance now in this final game to either hopefully progress Turkey through to impress Roma and Leicester. But if you look at the head-to-head, this is it. If you want to talk us through it, if you can see it.
Yeah, of course. As you put there, Turkey have the upper hand with them beating Switzerland on their most recent outing against each other back in 2008. Obviously, 13 years ago, but it still holds some weight. Switzerland do have the largest goal margin against Turkey with the 4-goal split back in 1952. I thought 13 years ago was a long time. But Switzerland have 4 wins, 4 draws and 8 losses. Turkey have 8 victories, 4 draws and these 4 losses as seen previously. So should be a good game. I'm expecting it to be a tight one. I know someone in the chat yesterday said Turkey, they think they're going to win. I wouldn't be surprised because Switzerland have a real bottle job mentality at some times.
And I mean, we have got a couple of comments here. Peter cheering on Turkey today, and he obviously just says, afternoon, Peter.
Afternoon.
He's got Italy, Wales to draw, 50 quid, and Turkey to beat Switzerland, 200 quid.
Jesus Christ.
He's just made him money. It's cruel. Nah, I'm about to say we have our first chance.
Whoa, and we do have our first chance, and it's an amazing half volley from the edge of the box, and it seems like it was soaring into the right-hand side corner, and it was saved by Jan Sommer. Turkey definitely the better of the two sides in the opening 3 minutes, just reaching 4 now. And it was Khan Ayhan who took the strike from the edge of the box, and he was my specific ones to watch. Who I would have put, and he's had a good start there.
I mean, for Turkey, still get through. For Switzerland, it is not make or break, but you would expect Italy to beat Wales, and for Switzerland, if they can win that, again, we don't know how it works, but as it stands, Italy are obviously top of the group on 6 points. Wales are on 4 in second, Switzerland third on 1 point, and Turkey are obviously last on 0 points. So if Italy were to win and Switzerland to win, I think Wales would go through on goal difference.
Yeah, it depends on scorelines, doesn't it?
Depends
because obviously, to Italy put Switzerland to the sword. We watched that game. They were extremely poor, and they lost 3-0. I don't think they'll have that success against Wales. No. Not with the fully rotated side. Switzerland needs to put in a good performance. It's interesting because there's a lot of teams we've spoke about, 4's the magic number. But we'll be interested to see if maybe one of the teams that gets 4 isn't able to get in because so many teams have that amount of points. But Switzerland, it's one of them you look at as a fan or as a manager. Do your job today. Pick up the victory against a Turkey side that have been unimpressive, but they won't want to leave on 0 points. And remember, this Euros, they were dark horses for a few people.
Yeah. I mean, you see there's so many memes on Twitter and all social media of, everyone have Turkey to back and look at them being spanked up, but they are a good side. Regardless of the performance today, I feel like they could still, if they get through as third place, can still take the game to anyone. It'll just be interesting for them now. If they beat Switzerland, they'll be hoping that teams like Finland, Russia, Austria, Ukraine, them teams that are sat on 3 points right now, they will be hoping that sort of them teams do lose their final games and hopefully Turkey go through and thing. But as for Switzerland...
there we go! And it's Haris Seferovic. What a way to turn your tournament around. From the edge of the box, it's a spin onto his left, and he rifles it into the opposite corner. It's low, it's hard, and it's in the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Switzerland. That's the start they would have wanted. Scored so many goals for Benfica. Not his best tournament, but that's a beauty. Sorry, headphone users. That's a lovely finish.
About to say, you gave me the scare of my life, but it doesn't matter because we were literally saying how we think Switzerland have got the opportunity now to go through as in third place or even go through automatically. And I mean, what a start, getting 1 goal up already. Woo.
Yeah, he gets 2 touches out of his feet. He's on the edge of the box and he hits it on the swivel into the bottom corner. It does not get more in the corner than that. And it's 1-0 to Switzerland. And of course, these are my boys. This is my second team of the tournament that I'm cheering on. So I am very happy to see us take the lead within 6.5 minutes. As I say, apologies to headphone users. 1-0 to Switzerland.
That's it. At least your boys in this tournament aren't in the same group as your home nation. Because that Czech Republic, England Watchalong, I'm scared for my well-being.
I was going to say, what games are you on this week? Because I'm on the Austria game tomorrow.
Oh, that's you taking. That's good.
The Poland game, whenever the Poland team play.
I might be on to... Nope, we're all good with that. I might be doing the Russia, Denmark, Finland, Belgium, because I've watched a lot of Finland. I've just seen that Seferovic goal, by the way. They've got picture-in-picture. Oh. And that is well placed in the bottom right-hand corner.
It is a very good finish. And they're just showing it as the group stands. Wales, because they are winning today, would still be second place. But this is the thing with Switzerland right now. If they could double their lead, they might do their own goal difference a favour rather than relying on Italy, battering Wales, which is unlikely. But it's a good start now. Turkey had the better, but that goal from Seferovic, we're waiting for him to erupt this tournament because he's been such a bystander. And he has repaid the faith shown in him by Petkovic. And it's 1-0 Switzerland. Get in.
What a start. I mean, I'm guaranteed I'm on the England Czech Republic game. I may be on the tomorrow 8 o'clock games and maybe Slovakia Spain unless Josh has got that. And then I'm guessing Portugal, France, and Germany, Hungary would have already been taken as it stands right now. Because I mean that Portugal, France game and Germany, Hungary, especially with Germany sort of spanking Portugal, it's going to get very, very interesting.
Oh, what a game.
In this group.
That was game at tournament. That was an absolute beauty to watch.
So
it was one of them where I've watched every single game so far, and they're the games why. Because you wait around for games like that, and if it's one of them where if you miss it, you don't want to because it's moments of quality. And Robin Gosens, by the way, what a player.
I'm about to say, I saw you. Oh, we've got Capello there. I saw the tweet and the UPAR and I put out on Twitter. Your Twitter is at...
Key Lawler, KIELAWLER.
Mine's at ROC99 if you want to give us a follow on there, both of us. But yeah, I think Robin Gosens, incredible.
It was the thing because obviously I put the tweet about the standing ovation, but my tweet before that was they couldn't handle the overlap down the left, and then he went and bagged the header at the back post. I was so proud. I felt like the oracle.
Just the absolute oracle to see it. Yeah, but I mean, Germany, that's what they needed to do.
Yeah.
And there was part of me smiling underneath. My Euro prediction was that Portugal were going to be the fairlies of the tournament. And so I am just hoping now that if France beat them, I can still get that. There's a chance.
Yeah, it's difficult because I said Netherlands, but the problem is with the Netherlands at the moment, I personally feel, and I don't mean to disrespect them in any way, but Austria did not trouble them at all. But that, again, did they make Austria look bad or were Austria just poor? I mean, they looked poor against Macedonia for 80 minutes, so we'll ignore that. But we saw the weaknesses of Netherlands against Ukraine for that 15-minute spell where Ukraine completely... And I think Ukraine rightly were some people's dark horse, and I think when they take on Austria, I'm in that game, I'm looking forward to that. I think Ukraine will get the better of them. I think Ukraine are a good side. They were my backup ones to watch behind Switzerland because all my predictions were biased. My predictions were biased.
There's no bias here on the Sports Corner. That's when Switzerland bagging another two. I don't know what you're talking. Yeah, mine with Czech Republic beat Scotland, great result. Drew with Croatia, great result. Going to beat England probably if we played the way we played against Scotland.
But was yours made on facts, by the way? Or was yours just bias? Because mine was pure bias. I'll be honest, even when I was messaging Josh, I was so tempted to just go, top goal scorer. Ooh, will Mbolo be able to get up there?
Well, do you think Nico Elvedi could get a lot of set pieces? No, mine was definitely biased.
He's in the fantasy.
And then my one to watch, I wanted to go like a Jude Bellingham opportunity.
No, feisty tackle from Granit Xhaka. I know you never put them two sentences together. But no, he's going to escape a booking. I think it could have been. But go on, carry on. My apologies.
I had Sasa Kalajic just because I didn't want to go. You really have like your Bellinghams or your Lockett, like players who've really been touted. And I really rated Kalajic for Stuttgart this season. I thought, you know what? Maybe if he gets 2 goals, I'll be proud, or even 1.
Yeah.
Hasn't really done that. It's a great ball in. And is that Belotti flying through the air? Completely misses the volley. But that would have been a spectacular goal. He would have been offside. And is that Chiesa? I think that's Chiesa who plays the ball in. Bastoni started pushing up very high. And Belotti nearly gets it. He's risen at least 5 foot off the ground there. Just misses it wide. But good energetic starts to both these games.
Yeah, and as you say, unfortunately, Kalajic hasn't really had the tournament he will have wanted. He was quite poor the other night. But I mentioned during the first game, I do think the lack of wingers and the way Stuttgart play with their wingers doesn't really aid Kalajic's play in any way. But credit, at least your ones to watch us in the field, because I actually don't know when Sigankov returns for him. Because he's travelled, he's with the squad. But I'm not sure if he's fully recovered from his injury yet. But in terms of Ukraine, they've been a team to watch so far. And unfortunately, Sigankov hasn't played a part yet.
And who would have thought that Andrei Yarmolenko were cast out, really, at West Ham? Well, it's not cast out, but...
No, he's got talent. I've said this, me and Josh said the same. Like, it's not a surprise that he's so good, as Jan Sommer should probably come out for that, but it's all right. It's not a surprise because he has the talent. He was at Dortmund previously. There's a reason they bought him. It was just, we were talking, and if he stays fit, he's brilliant. But he just struggles a little bit to stay fit. And I said he might suit tournament football a little bit more. Yeah. I'm not surprised at how good he is because he does have moments of pure magic. A little bit like I've mentioned about Xherdan Shaqiri at many points of this tournament. Like moments where you go, wow, what a player. But he just has a little bit of consistency issues. And Yaremchuk is another one who's really impressed this tournament, the big striker from the Pro League.
It was that good. The first goal they scored against, the second goal scored against Netherlands, the ability to just easily break away from a man and then the well-cushioned head as well, put it on target. I think Ukraine could be a sleeper side for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they can get not favourable run, but like a nice little runway that I feel like if they don't come up against in that first game of France, I don't know who they can play. If they can avoid like a big team till the quarters, I really think. Thing is, another ball comes in, and that was Nico Williams defending well, but this has been an Italy domination so far, and that was Chiesa, who nearly got into the end of it, but Italy just absolutely applying the pressure. It's the cross going into that back post that has tested Gunter and Nico Williams, and they've held on so far, but you feel like enough time, and they'll put him back in the net. As Chris did say, congratulations to Hartlepool. Big club back in Football League. Nice away trip for Carlisle.
Yeah, congratulations, of course. The team that is supported by Big Jeff Stelling.
I know, he's buzzing in there.
He's a massive Hartlepool fan, and I agree. They had a lot of financial trouble when they went down into the National League, but it's nice to see them back. I did see that they had... I saw the playoff semi-final they had. Obviously, because of the Euros, not quarter-final or anything like that at this point.
The sad thing is, because obviously these get played later on, but I haven't really seen... They won on penalties as well, didn't you? You didn't see any coverage and promotion, really, of it massively.
No, it will have been on BT, obviously, in the moment, with everything being on ITV and BBC, which is bizarre, really. You don't usually get that apart from these international competitions. It's a nice skip down the right by Chengiz under. It's a poor cross, but it has reached the back post. It's a hell of a volley and a good save by Jan Sommer. It's drilled back across. And Jan Sommer has been a busy boy in the first 15 minutes. It was another audacious volley, this time from the left-back Mulder, another of bloody Sassuolo's players. And it was a great save by Jan Sommer. The ball is still in, and Turkey are still probing around the attacking areas, but Xhaka cleans up... Still got the blonde hair, which is what you like to say. And I don't know if you noticed the other day, someone lost their blonde hair.
Wait, who?
Lyndon Dykes of Scotland in the first game. He had a lovely blonde lock, and then he went skinhead for the game against England.
So me and Josh were sat there doing the watch along. He went, "Is that Lyndon Dykes?" I went, "I think so." I went, "Did he have hair in that last game?" Because I thought he did.
He did. He did. He had blonde hair, and he went skinhead.
We were just going, did he have hair? Are we making up as he always been a skinhead? We just in out for the life of couldn't think of if he had hair in that first game.
He did. He did. He had blonde hair like Akanji and
Helvetia, the entire Swiss side.
Xhaka at the bottom of Mbabu. But yeah, no, he did have blonde hair. And that's a lovely ball over the top to Seferovic. He's not the quickest, and you can tell because he has to take the shot straight away. But that one's not as good as his first. And how's your opening 15 minutes been? It's been all right,
you literally went ball over the top, and we got exactly that. It was, I don't know who played it through, but it was cross comes in, it cleared away, volley, rebounded, and good stop by Danny Ward. It was Bernadette who made the running behind. And then just outside the box, it was Rafael Toloi. Look at the Italian. It was Rafael Toloi just hits outside the box, takes a major deflection off Chiesa, who's just stood there watching, and Danny Ward's forced to go down to his bottom and make a save quickly. But it's been Italy, don't get me wrong, Wales just trying to create something, but there's been a lot of shaky passes where the heavy pressure from Italy, and they've made them pay that midfield three, and you wouldn't really notice the huge changes, really, because they play very well with Jorginho, Pessina, and Verratti. Obviously, you would just think it would have been that regular midfield three, but the changes don't seem to have affected Italy so far. By the way, in that National League game, it finished 1-1. Lucas Kovalan for Torquay scored in the 95th minute to send it to extra time.
It's lovely football. And it's just a little bit over hit on the right-hand side. It's going to try and be recycled, and Rodriguez does get there first. It's Shaqiri. Ball on the right-hand side. It slowed down a little bit, and it was good movement by Switzerland. And they've looked to be a little bit more confident in this game than they did against Italy, where they offered nothing going forward. They were really poor. And I don't know if it was the quality of Italy, which is probably likely because they've been brilliant. But much better this game, and much better as they were against Wales in the first game. Yeah,
I mean, you and Josh did that watch-along, and obviously very unlucky. I think Switzerland were against Wales. You would have thought this tournament could have gone so much different for them if they did beat Wales, and Wales didn't look their win to win, but Switzerland played very well. And then I think any side coming against this Italian team would always be considered underdogs, and it's all to do with if you get in your own head. And unfortunately, Switzerland, they held on for a while, but sort of the floodgates opened, much like we've seen in a couple of these games so far. Portugal, Hungary was another one where the floodgates eventually just opened.
I mean, they were fortunate because they conceded early on. It was disallowed, which was that was just. I think they were never really in the races, to be honest with you. Locatelli's double just kind of stifled it, especially the second goal, just deflated them completely. And in the end, I never really felt like Switzerland were going to get back into it, to be honest with you. And look, against Wales, as you say, a little bit smash and grab from the Welsh, but you've got to be switched on for 90 minutes to get results in this tournament. As we saw with France yesterday, they slept for 1 minute in that game, and Hungary took the lead.
Really? I think just it wasn't a France performance because they were knocking on the door, but they just didn't seem to have that finish, that World Cup champions that we saw 3 years ago. And I don't know what the problem with, and that Portugal-France game now will be one of the most interesting there because obviously France coming off not an embarrassing draw, but it's not the most convincing of results. And Portugal coming off a 4-2 loss, it really does make whoever wins them final two games, I feel like it's going to be a battle for whoever gets that game on this channel.
Yeah, and it's Stefan Zuber on the edge of the box. He takes fire with his right. It's poor from him. But no, I think for me, a real thing with France at the moment, and a real surprise for me in this tournament, has been the lack of Karim Benzema. He has been a ghost in these two games, and obviously he got brought back into the fold very late on in terms of the Euro. And because let's be fair, you can't not bring that guy back in after the season he's had. Of course not, but he just hasn't seemed to be involved as much as I'd like. And we know we've not seen the same finishing touches from Mbappe, he's always a danger, but he's not set the tournament alight just yet. But France may be the ones that grow into the tournament, because first game, I don't think they got out of second gear. I still don't think we've seen first gear yet from this French world champion team.
No. And I think the strange thing is I had Benzema as my top goal scorer. And even the entire team, even against, I think they just failed to register shots. And I don't know whether that's not the ambition to go for a shot and they're trying to work it in, but we saw it a couple of times against Hungary. The ball up top, we'll find Mbappe, and Mbappe, he's a player of quality. He controls the ball so well. And then there's just no players really around him. There's only one man on that pitch against Hungary who I thought, in this tournament so far, who was like, you can really tell he is really trying to win these games. And that's Antoine Griezmann. For me, at points in this tournament, he's had good performances. He just hasn't been able to sort of carry the side through. Bale does go down clutching his head here under a Bastoni tackle. I think he'll be all right. But Antoine Griezmann made Kylian Mbappe, but yeah, Benzema seemingly visible. Would you drop him? Would you bring Olivier Giroud in and bring Benzema off the bench?
I don't even think you need to bring maybe even a striker on for him if you don't want to. Maybe you've got a few wingers there you can maybe want to give a start to. Maybe not Ousmane Dembele if he is off with a little bit of strain. Yeah. Thomas Lamar's had a better season than in recent years since his move. He's still not up to full speed, I don't think, and he's not, as we say, setting the world light. But the problem is, when you've got Benzema in your team, he can have one chance and it'll probably end up in the back of the net. And that's the problem, is a long ball has struggled to be dealt with by Nico Elvedi. And Yilmaz, another one, unfortunately, we've not seen the best of this tournament because we know how brilliant he can be. But he's not really got any chance on goal. It's another long-range strike from Turkey, and they're loving this. And it's Ozan Tufan in the end, and it's over the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, I mean, he was a man that I think a lot of us talked about it when we did, you did the League Game Watchalong and preview into this. We were hoping that this would be his really, not break, but his tournament, as Wales can really play some nice football here. And that is a foul by, I think, is that Dan James? It's a foul by someone. And Wales passing it around so nice. It was Nico Williams, just pulls it back heels it through onto the wing to find... I thought it was Ethan Ampadu at one point. I think it was Roberts on the overlap, but who were playing obviously opposite sides. He drifted across. But yeah, it's lovely build-up from Wales, and yet one stupid mistake, a couple of mistakes. There was like 3 attacks there while we were talking, where it was just one stupid pass or one poor mistouch, and they couldn't get it, just test Donnarumma and Italy get the ball. But I said Italy applied this pressure in the opening sort of 20, 15 minutes. But I would say they've sort of seemingly lost that, and it's Wales. I say this, Belotti shoots, it's across the face of goal. And that was a prime opportunity for Italy. And it was when I was sort of slandering them, it was lost in the middle by Morel. And it was well won back by Bernardeschi, plays through Belotti, fizzes it across the face of goal, and it couldn't poked in by Chiesa. Good defending there from, I think that was Chris Gunter, who held him up strong, but an opportunity for Italy. And I feel like once that goal goes in, we'll see a capitulation here.
I'm not sure. I think it'll be a tight game. I don't know. I just feel with all the changes Italy have made, with the players that are having a great tournament, Insigne, Berardi, Immobile, we've seen how dangerous that front three can be. I think today you are going to see moments where they don't quite click as much as you just mentioned there. Is a ball drilled across, is Immobile timing that run to perfection and getting into the box and prodding it home, probably, with the form he's on at the moment. So I think it'll be a tight game, that one. I don't see it being a 3-0, especially. I don't know what I put on my predictions, actually. I can't remember on my match predictor.
I'm about to say I haven't done that this year, but I don't know. It's just when Italy have got the ball and had an attack, the momentum swings to them, but it's Wales coming again here.
Whoa! And that's the way to make it 2-0. Xherdan Shaqiri, edge of the box, bend it like Big Shaq. It's into the top right-hand corner. He gets it out of his feet supposed weaker foot, I would say. I mean, he can do both, to be fair. And we know, I literally said he has moments of pure quality. And this is it. He's on the edge of the box. He bends it with his right foot into the top bins. It's absolutely beautiful from Switzerland. And this is the control we wanted in this game. It's lovely. Wait till you see the replay. Chef's kiss.
And I tell you what, one thing that Wales done, we'll talk about the goal in a second, is that long ball over the top to Dan James. We know he's a pace merchant. And it's one thing interesting to see is obviously Bonucci is there, but with no Chiellini, I feel like they haven't, which is mental because Chiellini isn't as quick as Bastoni, but they just haven't, Bastoni hasn't had that awareness, same with Rafael Toloi, to try stick with Dan James that I feel like a more experienced centre-half would have done. But Switzerland 2-0, and we talked that they needed goals to give them the best chance of going through if Italy do beat Wales. And my God, are they giving it? And it's the Liverpool man, Xherdan Shaqiri. Oh, that was a great opportunity. And it was Chris Gunter. It was a corner that whips in. He finds himself free as a bird, and he just puts it past to the left of the post. So close, but Switzerland 2-0. I'm sure I'll see the goal very soon.
And the one thing is also, as much as we talk about the goal difference and how it affects, the seeding between them and Wales, if Italy were to win, they also need to get this goal difference and claw it back to compare to other third-place teams. 4 points. If there's a lot of teams level on 4 points, then you may struggle. You have only got to be, let's be real, 6 groups. You have to be the best 4. So the odds are with you, but if it comes to the point where you need the goal difference, they're on -1 currently because of the poor result against Italy. They haven't really been troubled this game, but it's been 2 moments of real quality from Switzerland that set them apart. And as I say, the man has magic in his boots on occasions to Xherdan Shaqiri. And this is what I said. When he comes to play, he's an unbelievable striker of the football. We just don't see it often enough.
Lovely,
and they're breaking away. And it's a 1-on-1. And it's Shaqiri in again. He's bearing down on goal. All he has to do is go past the keeper. And it's an amazing save from Shaqiri. It's his right foot which puts it away. And look at that, from moments of pure quality. He's 1-on-1. All he has to do is put it either side of the keeper. And Shaqiri makes a good save with his feet. And it would have been lights out, surely, for Turkey. Good save, though. He gets spread well. And it's his right foot which knocks it past the post. And they were sliced open there, Turkey. And Switzerland.
Peter.
Oh, sorry.
As Peter has just said, Turkey defence is absolutely shit. They got to change it soon. And you were just saying how easy Shaqiri cut through there.
Yeah, it was lovely bit of interlink play, and he was through on goal. Ricardo Rodriguez, with the resulting corner, is going to be headed clear by this Turkish side. But yeah, not, as we said, they wanted to maybe put a little bit of a stamp on the tournament where they've been really poor. And, maybe you want to finish with a little bit of glimmer, but no.
Oh, Chiesa's got away from Williams. The cross is defended well by Ethan Ampadu. It's still with Italy. Verratti puts it across to the left-hand side. Cross comes in. It's Van Kees with the back post. It's a cross. And he couldn't get it on target. And that's now 2 of the front 3 at exactly the same position, just missing the target and putting it across the face of goal. And he was onside. It was Bastoni who puts the ball in. Chiesa with not the best control. And tell you what, that could have been. Hold up a second. Is that an incredible block? No, it was always going wide, but Ethan Ampadu makes the block. I mean, Peter just said, don't worry about Italy. Won't be draw. As my ITV hub has just buffered and frozen, so we give that a refresh. But another opportunity for Italy to go 1-0 up in this game.
Yeah, and over here, we really need Italy to get a goal. But as we said, and I agree with Peter, I think it's going to be a really close game today. And we'll have to see, because obviously we're only half an hour in at the moment, and there's still plenty of times to go in these 2 games. But I've got to admit, this Swiss side, with the 4 at the back, looks a lot more comfortable than they did with the 5. I think this suits everyone involved. The changes that have been made, they look much better in attacking areas. They look more balanced than they do usually. And I'm a big fan of the change by Petkovic, I'll be honest with you.
And we've nearly just had a penalty shout. Referee waved it away quite quick. And it was that Emerson. Emerson just bombing down the left. Gets past Roberts. Then he's up against Joe Roden, the Tottenham centre half. And Emerson, he just trips over inside the box. If he can stay on his feet there, it's an easy ball across. But Italy now are not giving Wales any time to breathe, winning the ball back again. As my connection keeps on dropping out with I'm currently watching this in around, I said 240p.
Look at this. You're having my problems at this rate. Jesus Christ. You're having the Richard Branson special, even though you're not even on Virgin, I don't think.
No, I'm Sky. I'm in the air.
You go. And you're still getting the Richard Branson special.
Mate, we had a buffer earlier. I couldn't even load up the stream again, so I was just hoping they were going to score. It's a prime KL watch-along, but just with me instead.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've been all good so far recently, haven't you?
There's moments. It's one of them where, to be fair, it'll be all right for like 40 minutes, but then I'll just randomly drop out. And like yesterday, I was there and I had to wave my hand to know if I was alive.
It's mental, that, isn't it?
I just wanted to know I was here, to be honest. I can't wait to be back on Glide, and I'll be honest with you, I can't wait to get a laptop. I was talking about it yesterday. I'm ready for some retail therapy.
Get in there. I mean, I had some today. I bought a new football shirt.
Oh,
it was Dortmund's last year's kit, but this year's technically.
Oh,
last season.
Is this the Tigger shirt?
It is the Tigger shirt. We've got it on the back.
For fuck's sake, man!
What?
Jesus Christ!
Dortmund Bundesliga 2 clubs are looking at him. I've got to get it while I can.
And he actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bundesliga 2 clubs. No. There were no like names. It was just a couple Bundesliga 2 clubs are looking at him, but no official offer submitted yet.
Get him to like, I don't know, Osnabrück or something like that.
Get him to third. Him and Josh Sargent up front.
What a save! Oh my God! Mert Mulder takes fire from range as. Let's be real, that's all Turkey have done. And it's a brilliant strike. It's going for the right-hand side corner, and Jan Sommer reaches it. And I tell you what, if Jan Sommer, he is short to begin with, but if he was born with, like, even shorter, there would have been, like, 5 screamers from Turkey in this game. But it's a brilliant save to his right by Jan Sommer. And I don't know how Turkey have not scored, because every shot they've took from about 20-odd yards has been on target. Unfortunately for them, Jan Sommer has been equal to it. And the 2 shots from 20 yards by Switzerland have gone in the back of the net. I don't know what it is. But apparently today, no shots from inside the box are allowed, but there is a massive break on. Seferovic has been played through by Mbolo. It's a bit wide for Seferovic, and he's slow.
That's it. It's a bit too fast for Seferovic. You've got to put it close to him.
But what was that? It's over. It's over. It was a beauty. The thing is, right, the counter, it's 2v2 every time. Switzerland can definitely break down this Turkey side, but looking back at this Shaqiri goal, he picks his spot and he bends it into the top right-hand corner, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's Screamer Central in Baku.
About to say, I mean, we've got no screamers. Joe Roden wins a header. That's as far as Wales are going.
It's a good job KD's not in the building, because could you imagine if I mentioned long shots and Baku in the same sentence? My Lord, I'm never at the end of it.
Mate, when I was scared when doing the F1 Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and here at Baku, there's a lot of pace in and around.
Yeah. We can't praise Baku, apparently, because we just know it'll get so scared about the best right back.
Best right back playing for Wolfsburg.
Not the best right back. We will see the best right back tomorrow as Austria take on Ukraine. Not Austria take on Ukraine, do they? Yeah, they do. Yeah,
that's one in North Macedonia, Netherlands.
Yeah, because that's at 5, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought you meant we're seeing the best right back because player later on, though. He's playing at 8 later on that day.
Wait. Oh, Belgium playing tomorrow.
Yeah, they are.
I was going to say, is he going to start? Because they've won 2 out of 2, and I'm pretty confident that Finland are on 3 points.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident. Russia are on
3
points, and I don't think either of them can catch Belgium on head-to-head. So I think they'll probably rotate, which is it's just annoying for fantasy, because I know Big Rom probably won't play. They'll probably put Matt Schweier or something. Or
Big Tom, though, he's going to play.
Is he?
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, with Timothy Castagna out, I don't know if they brought any other right backs with them.
Jason Denayer could probably play it. They've probably got like one of them.
No, he shouldn't have started anyway. Get Boyata on pitch. Enough of this.
Put Boyata at right back. He could do a job.
And it's another strike from range. This one not very close from Zeki Selik, but it's high and wide. But I tell you what, I'm thoroughly enjoying this first half.
I'm glad you can say that because we've had two opportunities where Chiesa and Belotti have both got to the right-hand side of the post of the box and gone for a shot where, you can see it just fucking rifling to the bottom left as Belotti can't get a foot onto a deep cross. You see it just rifling to the bottom left. Instead, it's going out to the corner flag.
Do you know, right, what I've thought about with all these things is I hope all my teams make it through because this is what, I've been brought on for the watch-alongs of my team specifically because obviously we all have teams which we have a bit more knowledge about or, we just love them. So, in Germany, I get the Gladbach games, you get the Dortmund games. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Here, I feel like I'm on the thing because if these go home, I'm not going to be able to watch him again in this tournament. So I have to, I'm not with them either. I want him to go as far as possible so I can stay.
Same with me with Slovakia.
Which is a weird one.
Genuinely, just because I ended up, and Finland, because when I was messaging Josh before the tournament started, what games, I just started doing all the 2:00 games.
Yeah.
Because they're the easiest. And then I looked and then realised, crap, that's Finland, Slovakia.
Yeah, they put all them ones on when other people are at work, so not everyone has to watch them.
Apart from this guy.
But yeah, it's all right though. There've been some decent games as Mbolo takes a strike across the keeper. It's never troubling anyone. But 8 minutes to go and Switzerland are in cruise control at the moment, bar the unbelievable long shots from each side.
Yeah. It's just on FIFA when you turn the sliders up in it. That's what Switzerland are at. And Turkey are at today.
When you're playing mystery ball and you get the shooting boost, so you just whack it from 40 yards. It just ends up going close. Go on.
Italy do have a really dangerous free kick here, just on the just a bit further out on the right hand side of the box. Verratti and Bernardeschi standing over it. As my ITV that we're all right. I thought we were getting a long buffer and we were going to miss the free kick.
That was going to be awkward.
It was going to be so awkward, but Wales got a mark. Bonucci and Bastoni here. And they will. As the free kick is crossed in. It's at the front post and it's 1-0 Italy.
Yes!
And that is Matteo Pessina.
The man from Atalanta. What a beast.
What a beast. And it's 1-0. And I thought the free kick, something was going to happen. And Verratti, instead of pinging it into, proper deep into the box, he just floats it right to the first man where it is Pessina. And tell you what, love a little finish. Does one look, plunks it to the bottom left. You see what it means for him celebrating with, is that Parolo? Parolo. Locatelli. But Verratti does really well. Opens up his body, which allows Joe Allen to foul him. Then he puts in the ball to the front post, unmarked. And what's it called? And Pessina, straight past Danny Ward. It's a really smart finish. And just puts it in the bottom right. And as for Switzerland, this is great for them. And it's for Italy again. And momentum. 3 wins in the group stage. It's what they're going to want. We love Italy. We love Italy.
Can you do me a massive favour? Because
go on.
My OCD can't handle it. Why is there a hyphen after the zeros? I really can't handle it. I don't like it.
I don't know why as well. I may have accidentally put a hyphen.
It was.
I don't even know why I've done this amount.
Yeah.
I'm going to sort this out. You distract.
What do you want me? I'll be honest, lads. What do you think? Hyphen after zeros? Should they exist? Should they not exist?
Are you a hyphen kind of guy?
No. As you say, it's a massive one, and Shaqiri goes searching over the top for Seferovic. It's a nice defensive header, but they do look weak defensively, Turkey.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Yeah, sure. Why not? It looks better.
They've got talent in the centre
Or maybe
back.
do a forward slash, like in the title.
I'm not going to do it yet, because the cross comes in, blocked by Gunter, and a chance for Wales to counter-attack. I'm lying. They're not counter-attacking anything.
Oh.
And that cross goes absolutely nowhere. It's a ball. That's right, by the way. Slash works way better.
Yeah, I just thought I like that if that was the theme and you just went, oh, it's 1-0. No, I'm lying. It's not. No.
It's not.
It's still no.
But as it stands on the group, 9 points for Italy, 4 points for Wales, 4 for Switzerland, -1 goal difference for Switzerland.
And obviously 1 now for Wales. I was going to say, I'm not looking at the groups, but I know that Wales are on 1 goal difference. We're on -1. 1 goal for Italy and 1 goal for Switzerland puts them level. And I don't know what it means. It'll probably go on goals scored, which I'm pretty confident they'd be equal because both games would be 3. But then I think goals conceded, Switzerland conceded more. So then Wales would still be second, I think.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Goals for, as it stands right now, would be the same. As a cross comes in. Oh.
By the way, I'm just looking at the goal, and it's just a lovely glancing touch from Matteo Pessina. The ball's whipped in, and he's at the near post, and he just the ball's already travelling in that direction. He just prods it and just helps it along, and it's a nice finish.
He's nearly just got his second of the game. Another cross comes through and it splits both the defenders, all the defenders of Wales. And it was the man who's got the first goal, Pessina, just couldn't get his foot onto it. But Italy, with 3 minutes left, corner comes in. And I think it's cut. Okay, it has been caught by Danny Ward. It paused when Danny Ward caught it, but I didn't know if he stepped into his own net. But it's still 1-0. Severovic with an opportunity.
Turkey in. It's a lovely run. He's shot at the near post, and it's a brilliant save by Jan Sommer. Mert Mulder did all the hard work. He skipped past about 3 players on his route to the box. He shimmies inside. He makes a break from his own half, and he takes it past 1 and 2, and then shimmies past Akanji and hits it at the near post, but Jan Sommer's equal to it. And Turkey have had their fair share of chances, and it's fair to say Jan Sommer has been the saviour at points for Turkey. I worry about them from set pieces. They do win the header, but it's over the top of the crossbar. And Turkey will feel a little bit aggrieved that they've not got on the score sheet at least once today.
It's a big shame, but Jan Sommer, possibly, if the score stays the same, I mean, they need to get 1 more, but keep him in this game. And I did find out, so if Switzerland do score the 1 more they need for goal difference, and then Italy score 1 more, Switzerland would have scored 4 goals, Wales would have scored 3.
Yes.
And then Switzerland would have conceded 4. Wales would have conceded 3. So unless Wales lose 3-0, basically.
I think it would go on goals scored, so Switzerland would be through.
Would go through. If they get 1 more.
If they were level.
Which they need.
Well, they nearly did, to be fair. Haris Seferovic got the ball laid off to him at the edge of the box, and it was a brilliant block by Kaglar Sionju. He then, as he was running, did collide with Sionju's head, but I do acknowledge that this man could have a head made of steel because he doesn't really feel much pain.
Apart to say, I mean, you commented when we showed the lineups about Seferovic being in instead of Gavrinovic. It seems like it's not the risk, but starting him has paid off so far. Has he had a good game, or do you see Gavrinovic will come on?
He's played well. The thing is, he never got dropped. He didn't come in for Gavranovic. Gavranovic came on the 45th minute against Italy because he was crap. So it's one of them, though. We know he has a track record, especially this season in Benfica, of scoring goals. It's a bit like we said, they won't want to drop Benzema because he has that finishing ability. Yeah. And that's what Seferovic has brought to the table today. And it's good because they've been waiting for it. Because Mbolo, I've always said, his finishing's up and down. And most of Seferovic, this season, it's always been up for him. Where, Mbolo brings the pacing behind.
Yeah.
Seferovic brings the aerial ability and the finishing. It should be a good pairing, but only one of them had come to the party before today.
Yeah, I mean, I think that pace from Mbolo will allow... It'd be interesting what happens with these teams that come third in the group, because clearly they've shown some talent, but would they just fall at sort of the hurdle, or do you see Switzerland beating big sides? By the way, no extra time for us in this game, hit the 45th minute. I don't know how long's left in your game.
We've got one. But But we are 30 seconds of the way through that at the moment. And I think it's interesting because fair play to Switzerland, I've got to admit, and fair play to Petkovic. Opening game, played the 5, looked very successful, but, unfortunately late on in the game, they just had a lapse in concentration and Wales got the point. Against Italy, it was not working. He changed to the 4, and he knew he had to win today's game, so he did go to the 4. And they just look a much better side for it. It's a shame for Mbabu, because I don't think Mbabu deserves to miss out. But, Vidma's come in and he's done a very good job. And that brings an end to the half, which Switzerland, through 2 absolute beauties, are in the lead. And maybe, at the moment, they are one of the better third-place teams. But because not everyone else has played yet.
Yeah, I'm about to say there's still enough time. If you look at sort of the journey to these final games, as we have hit halftime, obviously in this group, Italy opened up the Euros with that emphatic 3-0 win over Turkey. Switzerland unfortunate to come out with the draw against Wales, but Wales snooped that 1 point. And then in that second game, Wales beating this Turkey side, which hasn't really impressed people. Haven't scored at this tournament yet. So could we see that? And then Italy again was carrying the momentum 3-0. And as it stands right now, Italy 1-0 up against Wales. A Pessina goal. And Switzerland, as Kieran said, and 2 absolute stunners to put them 2-0 up against Turkey. But this is what is coming up on the channel this week and coming. So obviously you are watching Italy versus Wales and Switzerland versus Turkey. Now, me and KL. Been a good game so far. Then tomorrow it will be Josh and KL for North Macedonia versus Netherlands and Ukraine versus Austria. Then the night after, it'll be Finland versus Belgium and Russia versus Denmark. I might hop on that Finland game. Fan love for him. Then on the 22nd June, me and Josh will be doing Czech Republic versus England and Croatia versus Scotland. We might get a Will cameo as well. But those are the games that are currently coming on. So we might get a Will cameo depending if we can sync up with each other. But 1-0 in my game. And if we look at really the stats of it, it's been all Italy. 10 shots, 3 on target. Wales, 2 shots, 1 on target. 65 possession going in Italy's favour. And you can definitely see that they're clearly missing that front 3. Bernadeschi, Belotti and Chiesa don't do the job that Insigne, Berardi and Immobile do. I think Bernadeschi out of them front 3 has been one of the better players. But it's one key miss, but they're still leading this game. And if it means that their players do get a rest and are fit for the next stage of the tournament, I think Italian fans can't complain too much, even if they still go ahead and win. As for Wales, nothing much to say. Being sat on the back foot.
No, I haven't watched the game, but to be honest, I don't remember you screaming Wales chances. And Wales, they looked very good at points against Turkey. They had a very good performance. Yeah. As I will say hello to Oni Xenomorph. Hello, boys. I hope as well. I hope you are well as I think Peter's talking about his bets at this point. Complete mess them first halves.
About to say, I know he wanted a draw in my game. And what did you want in this one? You wanted
Switzerland. Oh, no,
so Turkey. You've got that?
No, he had Turkey to beat Switzerland. My apologies. I thought he said Switzerland 200. Oh, well, you are 200 quid in the crapper at this point.
You bottled it there, Peter.
We don't know. We obviously we don't know if things will stay the same. I think if you are Switzerland, you are more than happy with that first half. It took 2 moments of real quality from Shaqiri and Seferovic. Thank you for arriving, sir, at this tournament finally. But overall, Turkey have not really troubled, apart from long-range efforts, which Sommer has had to be equal to because they were destined for either of the top corners. But luckily for them, not. Are you all right?
It's Peter's comment. It's Peter's comment.
Really sorry, I need to see.
You can see it there, mate. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, it's all right. Because I'll be honest with you, credit to the Turkish keeper. He did make one good save, which was the one-on-one with Shaqiri. And I don't know, would your Nana got out that quick to make the save? I don't know.
She might be very quick off the start.
Yeah. What is your Nan's reflexes like? That's what we need to ask. But no, I don't think he could do anything about the 2 goals. I think, especially the Seferovic one, that was right in the corner. There's nothing he could have done about that. Maybe with the Shaqiri one, it wasn't right in the top corner, but again, it was an absolute perler from the man who plays for Liverpool. So happy as Larry with that first half as a man who's supporting Switzerland today.
I said, we look at the Turkish side. It's not a weak one. You've like your two centre backs, Soyuncu and Demiral, both play at very high levels of football as well. Like Leicester compete for the Champions League and even the league at points this year. Demiral for Juventus. There's Selic having an incredible season with Lost Lille. Obviously winning League and then obviously more to play for Sassuolo, who have got a massive contingent, like a lot of players being called up, if I'm right. Unless it's 3. And
No, because they've got 2 that play for Turkey. Because obviously you've got Mulder, Locatelli, and Berardi. I think they're the 3 you're talking about.
Here we go. All Euro squads. Will they show me the teams that they play for? Well, I don't know. I don't want to go through all the teams. Oh, never mind. They've had a nice couple of call ups, is what I'm trying to say with Sassuolo.
I told you that they've got 2 in the Turkish squad with Kaan Ayhan. So you already know it's 4 and not 3.
I'm not all right. I was going to go through every single team and look out for Sassuolo players, but they've got a couple of call ups at least. A four minimum.
We know minimum. We know minimum 4 at this point. We are on the search for more, but
which is good for a side like Sassuolo.
Well, sadly, Serbia didn't make it because Duricic would have got called up surely. For thinking, but we'll go with a solid 4, and if there's any more, I'm sure people will let us know in the chat.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, one thing I do want to ask you about, because I haven't really spoken to you, is Aiden just says black magic was done on the Turks.
Do you think it's bad juju?
It's bad juju.
Right, they've been playing in Azerbaijan, which technically is their home games because they kind of had a friendly with Azerbaijan. A lot of the Turks have come over. It's more of a home game for them than it was for Wales and Switzerland, Wales and Switzerland have had to play most of their games just away from home. Of course, Italy gets to play all 3 of their games at home. So you'd think everything gave Turkey the advantage, but no, they've not really got going, and maybe it is some just unfortunate luck on their side.
Right. What are your opinions on this? Because I had a look and Germany, Spain, us and Italy. Guaranteed, we played all 3 of our group games at home. Surely that is breaching some unfair rules.
I think, was it not done? I'm not sure if it was done on seeding. I don't know if that was something to do with it. I can't remember. But this is
Switzerland have had the most miles travelled.
Yeah, I know that's difficult for some games, but then Hungary. Is it because they're not doing so well? People aren't mentioning that they're playing at home. But because they're not one of the bigger sides, no one. But I think
they played one game. I think.
Who? Hungary?
Yeah, in Budapest.
No, they played 2 in a row.
Oh, did they? Ah.
Yeah, they played 2 in a row so far. I don't know about the 3rd game. We'll have to see. But it's difficult because they want to do this thing of playing the tournament all across Europe. It kind of, with the way the world is, it kind of makes sense for England to stay in England and Italy to stay in Italy. Obviously, the pandemic is kind of one of them things where I don't know if that's affected the decision to make some teams play at home.
So I have looked. So in each of the 6 groups, there's one nation that'll play all the matches at home. So Italy, Denmark, the Netherlands, England, Spain, and Germany. And then Switzerland have to travel 10,000 kilometres, which is far. Then Poland, then Belgium, which has affected them, I suppose. There's Sweden, Turkey, Wales, France, Croatia, Austria, and then Slovakia. And then there's a bunch of other teams on low numbers. But, Switzerland having to travel the most, yet playing, apart the Italy game, plays a good football. Belgium topping the group, and they're travelling the most. I feel like it's still a bit unfair. We're lucky, I think we would say. We're very lucky that we get to play all of our games at home.
You wouldn't have been able to tell with that performance again, that would you?
But say, have I talked to you since that? I don't think I would have.
No, because I talked because I was on with Josh last night and I spoke to Josh about the performance, and we went through our England lineup, which we'd choose yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I think we got asked it by, I think it was Daz in the chat, and me and Josh had a fairly similar lineup, a few interchangeable players, but nothing much different in terms of our selection. But yeah, I think we spoke about it a lot in the chat as well. There was points we made that, Sancho can't get a game. Everything's very slow, lethargic. between the defence and between the midfielders, especially the holding ones. Raheem Sterling, I'm so done with him. I know he scored a goal in the first game, got man of the match by some people. No idea. I thought he wasn't great in that first game. He made a good run to get the goal, but second game he was absolutely horrific. I don't know how he's played 180 minutes and Sancho's played none. I think it's an absolute... Maybe, again, it's the whole thing we've got this complex because he plays in Germany, maybe. And because Sterling plays in England, it's different. I don't know, but it was a very boring. It was the word I said was just dismal. It was dull to watch, really dull.
Nothing. We weren't creating it. There wasn't that energy or excitement you want to see. And I think so. Southgate came out and said some bullshit statement, and I think it was Derek Gray. Who just tweeted, clearly Gareth doesn't watch the Bundesliga. So he was talking about how Sancho needs some experience playing at these higher levels, but it's like...
Yeah. You know what I mean? Playing at a higher level, he's played more Champions League games than Rice and... no offence, Rice and Phillips are different positions, of course they are.
Yeah.
He played more Champions League games than Marcus Rashford.
He nearly played more games than Raheem Sterling. And at least he did bottle the final, just bottled a quarter.
I was going to say, if Emre Can went on the pitch, maybe that would have been different. But anyway,
robbed. Bellingham scored. We were robbed.
I think it's poor. It really is poor. 100%. I don't know how, double figures goals and assists for the last 2 seasons in one of the top 5 leagues, in a league that I enjoy more than the Premier League personally. It's all personal preference, of course.
No, 100%.
But I just don't know how that's not enough to even justify a start. He better start. The thing is, it spoke volumes when he wasn't even on the bench that first game for me.
And then the Champions League winner, that could have been fitness with Chilwell, but I think there is an English bias, and I think we don't give respect to other countries. Fikayo Tomori was another player who had an incredible season with AC Milan, and people said he should have been called up as a bench player.
I mean, to be fair,
but over Conor Cody, really?
Only thing I will say is half season. Maybe that's the only, because it was a half season. Or was it half season? I think he went in. No, was it a full season?
No, he went at the start, didn't he?
I thought he went in January. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think I'll have a look. Fikayo Tomori's full name is incredible.
Maybe he went in. Maybe it wasn't a half season then. I thought.
Obviously, he's joining AC Milan on
permanently.
Permanently, yeah. Joined. Oh no, it was January 22nd.
Yeah, so it was. I was right. Half season.
Former Hull City legend, by the way.
No. He was there with Michael Hector, Ola Aina.
Michael Hector. You had all the legends of English football. But yeah, I think
2 of them aren't English, but yeah.
No, of English football, I said. They play in England.
Oh, well, Ola Aina played for Torino. So technically he has he's going to be like Tomori. I don't think Hector's getting a move to the Serie A anytime soon.
Oh, no, Brescia.
The other two.
Brescia will get promoted and he'll go sign for him. Big high club Hector at the back.
They don't want Hector.
He'll have Ronaldo in his back pocket.
No one wants Hector.
Oh, there's some lower teams would take. I'd take him.
Yeah, but
imagine if we re-signed David Weir, him and Weir at the back. I think the fan will probably leave it. I think we should genuinely have Pigeon Weir at the back.
Please don't sign
Imagine
Weir.
that centre-half pairing of just aggressiveness. You know what I mean? Just
aggression. Aggression is the word.
Ruthless aggression. Aggressiveness. Well, fine, aggressive. You know what I meant. You know we're not good. I'm not good with words. Is this game back yet? It's not.
There is
no passion. There is no aggression. See how we're close. The fun thing we'll leave it on with England is Sancho, Grealish need to start.
Yeah.
Even Grealish doesn't need to, but...
Well, as I say, I said my my kind of full team yesterday, but we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
I haven't said it. Do you want to do yours? Do you want to do yours?
Jeff, Pickford.
Right.
Whoa.
Oh, no, whoa.
All right,
go position by position. Goalkeeper.
Okay. Pickford.
I agree. Right back.
Kyle Walker. Genuinely. I think he did more than Reece James. Really did.
I personally went Kieran Trippier, but I understand. That's fair.
Yeah, I think we've got surprise and we've got so fucking many.
Centre-backs?
Stones and Maguire, if Maguire is fit. If not, stick with Mings. I'm fine with that.
I said Stones and Mings. I don't think Mings has actually put a foot wrong since he's been brought in, to be honest with you.
Left back, Ben Chilwell. I think Shaw was okay. He was okay. I want to see Chilwell play. Even put Trippier there. Midfield 3. Now, we know Phillips and Rice will be them holding midfielders. So I think...
Yeah, but it's your team. You choose.
Oh. I would keep Phillips. I'll play 4-3. Keeps Phillips. Put him in the centre as the holding midfielder. Genuinely, Bellingham and Mason Mount. Give the 17-year-old...
So you're going Phillips, Bellingham, Mount is your 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll sit Phillips deeper, obviously. And then Sancho, Kane, Grealish.
I went with the 2 midfielders, like, deeper, was Bellingham and...
Would you say you'd be playing him in a CDM kind of
role?
role?
No, I'm not playing him in a CDM role. By the way, the thing is, I saw the Bundesliga YouTube channel the other day, and I thought of you immediately because it said the defensive mids, and it did have Bellingham on there, actually. But then again, I thought, yeah, that might be real. And until I saw they said the right wingers, Marcel Sabitzer was part of the right wingers. So I went, right, I'm ignoring any logistics with this. He's not a winger. Get out.
It was a one-time mistake, and it will still haunt me till the day I die.
It's your team. I don't know how you made that mistake. It's your team.
Because, right, I can't believe I'm justifying myself again. The game before previously, he came on. Terzic didn't want to change his setup, so he told Bellingham to play at CDM for Delaney, and that's how he operated the entire game. So when you asked me, I said, well, I think he'll just do what I did, but take out Delaney because of fitness issues and put Jude at CDM because he didn't play bad. And you laughed at me. It wasn't that he was an official CDM. No, it was because I think he wouldn't change how he set up.
I need to ask KD about the logistics of the story. I don't remember him fully enough, so I'd have to ask him about
I'm not having... No, KD makes some bullshit up. He's not watching. If he is, Baku shit.
Oh, wow.
Not even the best right back in the Bundesliga.
No, he plays tomorrow. And we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. He plays tomorrow. We'll leave it up to
mine's reject.
Yours is a reject?
Mine's reject. Baku is.
Oh, because you said mine's. I thought you said about your right back.
We never wanted him.
By the way, is your game kicked off? My game has actually.
No, I'm seeing Hal Robson-Kanu having a waffle.
Hey, he scored one of the greatest goals.
Did. We've got Joe Ledley, Hal Robson-Kanu, and don't know the other one. I would presume an Italian representative, so I'll go for...
You presume an Italian representative of British TV? Not a chance, is it?
Yeah, I'll go... who could they have?
Oh, can I see? I want to see. Send me a picture.
They've gone now. They've gone from the studio. I'll tell you after. It won't be an Italian representative.
When his name comes up.
It won't be an Italian representative, but it will definitely... It'll be like Keane or something.
Well, the thing is...
Oh, is this a change?
I saw... Me and Josh were... pretty much taking the piss yesterday because we saw that they brought on Robert Earnshaw for coverage, and we're unsure where they found Robert Earnshaw at this period of his career, or not career, I should say. You're looking puzzled. Is that puzzled because you don't know who Robert Earnshaw is?
Give me 2 seconds.
No.
It's unlikely not knowing who he is.
He played for Derby.
No, I know who he is. Yeah.
Don't know where they bloody found him, but he was doing the coverage.
He'd have a stint in the MLS, just saying.
It doesn't make him good at football. I'm sorry. It does not make him good at football.
But the pitch is Rams with the quick goal coming up. Also, Ali Barber said, is this platform streaming the match? Also, we can't show the game, Ali Barber. But Prince Ali would love it if... I don't know. I was trying to do an Aladdin reference.
An Aladdin referee?
Yes, we are. We're doing a watch-on for every single game coming up in the tournament.
Yeah. What is happening? Are you all right?
Mate, I'm fucking sweltering.
It is hot. Well, no, actually, it's not as hot as it has been, to be fair. But I tell you what, Zuba's held his run well. It's your boy Zuba, and it's crap. It's absolutely rubbish. He goes to open his body up and put it across the keeper, and it's poor from Mr. Zuba, one of your boys.
One of my boys. We did have a halftime change, which was Bonucci has come off the pitch to be replaced by Serbia. So hopefully, just a sort of fitness change, because if that's injury, without their two starting centre-backs, could be a little bit worrying, but you still got Bastoni and De Serbia at the back, still two quality defenders.
Yeah, I think it'll be injury-related, to be honest with you. I think it's one of them where, not to say, the elder statesman of the squad, you need to keep them at 100%, and at the moment, they've had problems keeping 100%, as we saw with Chiellini.
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, he seems in good spirits when you're watching the game, sat next to Berardi. Don't know what that means, as we've just lost KL. He's absolutely gone, and which is awful for me, because I now have to keep, not coverage of two games, but more importantly, try to keep a little bit professional, because I'll be honest, my head has gone a little bit, but we'll hopefully get KL back very soon. But welcome to the Watchalong. If you are just joining us, we are obviously not at half-time, and now we are at the second half, as I will change that out. Just hit my foot. I will change that on the timer, as you see across. But as you see, scores right now as it stands, Italy are 1-0 up against Wales. A Pessina goal from a lovely free kick, just flicks it on and puts in that bottom left past Danny Ward. And as for the other game, Switzerland 2-0 up against Turkey. Two absolute wonder goals. One from Shakira, the Liverpool man, and the other one coming from Haris Sedeberovic. But yeah, 1-0 here as it stands over in Italy. Wales obviously travelled there, and as it means in the group, Switzerland will need to score one more, and Italy would. So Italy would need to beat Wales 2-0. Switzerland would have to win 3-0 for, or possibly Wales would need to concede a lot more. Switzerland would just need Wales to think, because they go to head-to-head, and then it go to goal difference and goals scored. And so it will be very interesting what happens in this game. But it's going to be trial and place it across to Joe Rodon, and I wonder if Mancini in the back of his head will go, and obviously he'll be confident with a 1-0, he really will, but will he want to just bring Immobile on and Insigne just for a little bit of game time, just to calm the nerves of the side? And not even calm the nerves, but just give them a bit of playtime going through till that round of 16 game, because obviously that will be taking place on Saturday. So there's a bit of a big break. Obviously, we're on Sunday. Yeah, we're on Sunday now. So in just under a week's time, it's looking like Italy will play their first game. So, I mean, the games, once we get a bit of a break on Wednesday, as we'll see if Kyle's back. Not back yet. We get a bit of a break on Wednesday. After that final game between Germany, Hungary, and Portugal, France, we'll be back on that Saturday with only one games each. And I think they're all being took place at different times. Mondays, all taking place at all different times. So you won't see many draw watch-alongs until we get some semi-finals, and then obviously the all-in-all important final on the 11th of July. We're still a long time away from that final, as we have got Kieran back. The absolute hero.
The audio will be a little bit worse, but besides that, we should be okay.
The audio's fine, mate.
There'll be slightly less quality. By the way, we just had a massive chance. I was kind of watching on the side while I quickly changed everything around. As Embolo struck towards the near post, and the goalkeeper, who's a little bit worse than Peter's Nan, makes a good save at the near post, and it went behind for a corner. Nothing came of the corner, and Zuba had another massive opportunity, but his finishing's been all off today.
Not my kind of Zuba.
Sorry, I know. I don't want to throw hate at Zuba, because, I like him. He's an all right player, but he's just not had the finishing in front of goal that you need.
I mean, plays very sporadically for Frankfurt. Will start a couple of games, but then sit on the bench for a couple.
Yeah, but I think he's been integral to the way they've set up today, because he is an out-and-out winger. Because as I've mentioned before, the likes of Mbabu and Rodriguez have been the ones creating the width, and in this winger formation that they have applied, it's like a 4-4-2, almost a 4-2-3-1, depending on how they want to run with it. I think having him on the left does keep them a lot more balanced, and I think Shaqiri on the right, drifting into the middle, is another good. It's been a good game by Petkovic and a nice tactical change.
Yeah, I mean, the 5-back works because it does allow Mbappe and Rodriguez. I think the reason that Vidman was chosen over Mbappe is obviously when you're playing that back four, you're going to want your fullbacks to stay back a bit more. And Mbappe was a very attacking minded fullback. And so sort of with Vidman, you can sort of have a bit more caution with it.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. He offers you a little bit more defensive. To be fair, on the overlaps on the right, he has got forward, but not as much as we saw Mbappe in the opening fixture. But to be fair, credit to Mbappe as an unbelievable recovery pace.
100%.
With 55 minutes played, it's still Switzerland 2, Turkey 0. Fortunately, I missed no goals, but it's another long-range strike from Turkey over the bar. This time by Cengiz Ünder.
About to say, I feel like that might just be Turkey's game plan going later into this game. And it's been given away by Morel here. Sorry. It's Belotti now who... That is another foul by Joe Allen outside the box. Very similar to where he committed the first foul, which led to the goal. Bit further back. But yeah, cynical foul from Joe Allen.
Do you ever look at players and wonder how they make it into the team? Like, no offence to Joe Allen, but I feel like he's been in the team forever. A bit like Chris Gunter. He's been in that Wales team forever, I swear.
Well, Gunter was one of the best players for Wales in the 2016 run, obviously. But yeah. But who do they really have?
Oh no, I'm just saying it's one of them players that, as you say, they've not got the depth that most, like, some nations do. You know, we're not all France. We can't have like 1911s that are good enough. But yeah, it's just one of them players that I see in the squad, and I'm like, oh, I'm surprised he's there, but they have nobody else, as you say.
No, I think it's England where lucky at points, but some reason I can't believe we only called up 2 midfielders, centre mid, like actual proper midfield, not wingers, with only Henderson and Bellingham. JWP should have been called up, shouldn't he?
He's my boy. Justice for JWP.
Is Italy of using the 2-wall system here? So you've got a wall in front of the Wales line, and then you've got 3 players who are stood way offside creating this wall. That wall will disband the front one. Verratti leaves it. Oh! It's so close. And it was Bernardeschi. This free kick is a good 45 yards out. And that setup, Bernardeschi swings it inside and it just comes off the outside of the post. Oh. That would have been, if that's on target, Danny Ward's not stopping that. So close.
One of them you would have looked with him to go in, just for limbs purposes.
It was one of them free kicks that it's not even high in the air to pick in a corner, just drilled along the floor. Oh, that would have been incredible if that went in. Oof, I mean, Peter Skate said red card nowhere ever. Is there a red card? Did someone mention a red card?
I'm just gonna...
Yeah, I think we might be seeing a red card very soon. Bit ahead, Peter.
Peter, I'm going to apologise. I'm going to say no. Just keep it until we react, because on my screen, Ethan Ampadu's been sent off.
Yeah. I will do a refresh of my stream in a second after the red card has come up. Because I'm quite far behind now, I've just noticed. But I mean, Wales just nearly had an opportunity to score.
Yeah.
I will refresh.
It's come up on the split screen on mine before it came up on yours.
Good tackle by Ampadu.
Well, he got a red card, so...
And it was the first tackle I've seen. I haven't seen this red card yet. I'm probably going to see it in a good minute's time. I will refresh after it, though. I don't want to refresh now in case I miss it.
I think your ITV hub has a real problem, by the way.
So do I.
Because you're, like, even without buffering, just drifts behind, like, slowly, and no one notices.
What are you watching? Are you watching on your phone? Or your tablet?
Actually, no, I disappeared. It was originally the tablet. It then had to be manoeuvred onto the phone. So, yeah, I've been between the two, to be honest with you.
What I might do is if I'm still bound, I'll load it up on my phone. If not,
maybe that's a little bit.
Aaron Ramsey, who had an opportunity previously. The red card is probably going to come in, I'd say, 30 seconds. So we'll wait to see what happens with this.
VAR might overturn it, obviously. We don't know, but as I say, I've already seen it.
Well, I've just seen it. Oh. Well, I've seen the challenge.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't get to see the replay. It didn't look much to me.
Let's have a look here, because he was so confident, the ref. I know, does he goes to see Jorginho, I think. As Bernadeschi's down injured. They are also look at this.
Yeah.
I heard on the radio, I should have kept it was never a red card, though. Cheers, Peter. I'm sitting here from a better angle. I mean, it's not a nice challenge. He does stamp in on the ankle of Bernadeschi, but it's one of. I think that's a yellow card. If we're being realistic, I would have said a yellow card.
I'd need to see the replay to make a judgment. Yeah. I didn't get to see it.
As I've refreshed,
it looked like a 50-50 to me, but
I mean, the red card stands now because I'm on the 60th minute, so the red card has stood. And
but again, if Italy can now apply the pressure purely for Switzerland's advantage, that'd be great.
100%. As Dan James has run away here, and that's been given as a foul, 50-50. Dan James has gone down. But yeah, I mean, it was a stamp by Ethan Ampadu. Don't get me wrong, he stamped to go get the ball. But I suppose he has very nice still by Dan James.
And it's a brilliant save, I've got to admit, again, by Kakia in the goal. It's another chance for Seferovic. He hits it across the keeper, this time with his right foot instead of his left. And Kakia does very well to get down and make that save, because I think that's going into the bottom corner, but brilliant save by him.
I mean, I feel like Switzerland will be biting the nails, just hoping that Italy can score a couple more now that with this red card in, and Switzerland knocking on the door.
I don't think they'll know about the red card.
No, unless someone tells them.
Someone's got a radio in the backroom staff, maybe, but it's a chance for them to get a goal from this corner. It's Rodriguez. It's outswinger towards the back stick. It's not great from Switzerland's point of view, but they'll want to add to their own lead as well because they've had so many chances. And they might do it. He's drilled across the box and it's good defending by Caglasi Unchu. It's a good game, this. It really is.
Neil got commentator's curse. I'm just going to shuffle across a bit more comfy.
Well, it might be because Turkey are coming forward and it's the counter-attack from that. It's crossed deep. Too deep, that cross. My apologies.
And the Cherby's going to drive here for Italy. And never mind, I thought there was way more plays. It's a good ball actually down on the wing. Chiesa puts it across. It's well defended and cleared away. Now at Wales, I think they make a change. They did. It was Kiefer Moore who came on for Joe Morrell. So...
What a goal! It's 2-1. Oh. But it's an absolute beauty from the edge of the box. And he flies into the top corner. I don't believe it. It's another screamer. And I'm just trying to see who hits it. I think it's Kvetchi. It is. It's the man. He's on the left-hand side. He cuts in field with his left foot. And he lays it off. It's laid back to him. It's on his left. He shimmies it back and hits it. And it bends and dips into the top corner. That is a stunning strike from Kvetchi. 3 beauties. And it is nail-biting for Switzerland now because that's going to get Turkey's tails up. What a hit from Kvetchi.
Oh, and that game has heated up dramatically. And Wales fans around the world will be thanking their lucky stars. But my God, a game of screamers over at Switzerland. As right now, nothing much happening in our game, but it seems like you've got all the action right now, Kale.
Well, 2 substitutions. On comes Yusuf Yazici. So obviously they're going a little bit more attacking, hence why they've took off Ayan and Tufan, taking a bit of the defensive players off and bringing on Yusuf Yazici. I've not seen the second substitute yet because he ran on at the same time as Yazici. Not sure why he decided to join in, but he ran on at the same time.
I'm just looking at this goal. Oh, that is a goal. That is a goal and a half. The ball roll as well. Oh.
Yeah. And Turkey are somehow back in the game. It's Seferovic in a one-on-one with Demiral.
As Bloodbed Legend did comment to say, am I the only person in Europe or possibly the world who predicted Turkey to get 0 points in the competition? In fairness, I thought they were going to at least get a win.
Hold on, because they might get a point. Because I think this game is completely turning now. I really do. Switzerland need to get back in front by 2 early. By the way, OK Yukozlu was the other substitute that ran on at the same time. And so they've got one defensive midfielder brought on and one attacking midfielder. Shaqiri who bends it. It's a great save by Kakia. And it's another shot from the edge of the box.
What a save! Oh, Kieran, Italy have just doubled the lead. Chiesa in behind, he squares it across to Belotti. But he doesn't... There's so many Wales defenders there. Belotti gets the shot off. And Danny Ward drops down, saves it with his knee. It's a good stop by the Leicester man. Oof! And your chance...
It's all right, you carry on. Sorry, my apologies.
No. It was just, sorry. I thought Italy just doubled the lead and sort of saved Switzerland a little bit of face. Because if the more goals Italy score, the more it favours Wales. And the more it favours Switzerland.
Yeah, but they need to get a result. And at the moment, to be honest with you, mate, I still think they need that 2-goal advantage. It was Shaqiri who bent it again with his right foot, and it was destined for the corner. It's another brilliant save by Kakia, and I've got to admit, I've been blessed today with an absolute phenomenal game between these two sides. And it's again on the right foot, bends into the black corner, and he's just wide from Stefan Zuber. And why is every shot coming from 20 yards? I don't know. But Zuber, he goes to bend it, and he's just too far outside the post. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Your being treated thing is Peter to say, yes, come on, Turkey, yippee, got him. Get into him, come on, the Turks, get them. I think KL will wholeheartedly disagree with you.
Yeah, I do. I completely disagree. I'd rather them just chill out a bit. The thing is, Switzerland have such a bottle mentality.
God, if it's Switzerland bottle this. I feel like none of the teams can score from inside the box now.
I did have them down as a draw. I looked at the match predictor. I put 1-1 between Switzerland and Turkey. So I didn't back the boys. And at this point, probably rightly not, because they're bottling it. Come on, boys. Stay strong.
Just carry on. As it was 66 minutes into my game, I probably refresh every 5 or 10 minutes so I don't get massively out of sync somehow.
Yeah.
But
your ITV hub. It's ITV hub, I told you. It's rubbish.
The worst thing is, like, BBC iPlayer is great. Never mind. We may have just had a scream outside the box. It was a slip. So it doesn't actually matter. But I feel like BBC iPlayer on a console like Xbox or PlayStation, you can watch live. On ITV Player, you can't. It's stupid.
You're never live. You're still a little bit behind, but I feel in iPlayer, you're like a minute or so behind.
You can at least watch live TV on it.
Yes.
That's a really nice ball, Jorginho. And it was a turn by, I think that was Emerson, who was in the box. And it was blocked well. But Italy, now that's a couple of chances in the past minutes where they've looked like scoring. And I feel like it can only be a matter of time before we might see one of them, the big boys, come on and try and make an impact. To Locatelli and Immobile, just to give Italy a couple more goals, get them a bit of fitness before the knockout game, whoever they face.
Yeah, just breathless stuff over here. It's a lovely overlapping one on the left-hand side. Zuber drills it across. Surely's going to beat it. It's 3! 3 to Switzerland. Xherdan Shaqiri arriving late into the box and bends it top corner. What a brilliant cross from Zuber. He drills it low. He arrives late into the box and he hits it first time with his left foot and into the top corner. And breathe, boys, breathe.
They've got their 2-goal lead back, and we nearly had a goal here with Danny Ward dropping the ball. Pacini trying to gamble on it. Doesn't happen. But oh my God, Switzerland 3-1 up. Turkey thought they were getting back into it, but Shaqiri said no.
Turkey defensively very poor again. It was a 1-2 on the left, and it left them 3-on-3. And Zuba bends it beautifully low towards the back post where Shaqiri's entering, and it's just inside the box, and he bends it. It is at Kakia, but it's got too much pace. And Shaqiri, I say, you need to rely on him in big moments, and Switzerland have looked to him in big moments before in the past. And it's 3-1 to Switzerland. Come on.
Wow, what a game, Kieran. Probably one of, if let's say Turkey get one more in this, looking at a game of the tournament, Italy, though, coming forward again. Jorginho to Bernardeschi on the wing. Will have to put a good ball, doesn't he? He said he plays it in behind. Verratti. Can they create things and the game will slow down? But Italy, could they do Switzerland even more justice and get one more in this game?
We need two more.
Yeah, you do, don't you? You either need two more or you need Italy to get two more.
That's what I said. Two more.
I thought you meant in terms of Switzerland need two more as well.
No. I'd like us to score more, but we'll have to see.
As I've just seen that goal. What an excellent pass. What a great finish. But what an excellent pass as well.
Yeah, Stefan Zuba picks out the run well. And it's amazing because, as you can see, though, it's 3-on-3. Like, immediately. And we're only in the 70th minute. It looks like they've gone forward for a corner in the 90th, and they haven't. But Çalhanoğlu, yellow card. A man who, unfortunately, I don't think we've seen the best of this tournament, Çalhanoğlu. Oh my God, he's tackled Elvedi. It should be an auto red. For support. No, he's late, man. He's late on him.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not even watching the game, and I know he's probably just tugged his shirt a little bit. You know, he could have caused a severe injury to Elvedi there. By the way, Kiefer Moore came on has done F-all.
My centre-halves haven't put the ball in the back of their own net, so before you start piping up about defenders.
I mean, two of our defenders have scored own goals. I can't say anything.
Yeah. By the way, looking back at the goal, obviously, you want us in the close-up. It is straight at Kakia, but it's got too much pace on it. So it just goes through his fingers in the end. It's a lovely finish from Switzerland, and they're giving themselves a fighting chance. Come on. Keep going, lads.
Even if it's not a fighting chance, it's at least a chance to go through as third place qualifiers. Now, I could probably look at who they would face. Obviously, they are in Group A, Switzerland, so they would go on. If they do finish third, they would face...
I think you won't know because it doesn't know which group's the best third place are coming from. It'll be 4 options. They'll have 4 possible opponents.
Yeah. They would either play first in Group B, first in Groups E, or first in Group F.
Which is
could be us.
Oh, come on, boys!
No, we're Group D. We're Group D. We're all right.
Oh,
we're not all right. So I'd rather face Switzerland, but.
And you don't want to face these boys today. Have you seen how good they've been?
No, not the team that are today. In fairness, I genuinely imagine if can we still get knocked out?
No. Wait, are we on 4? Are we on 4?
Yeah.
If we lose and every other third place team finishes on 4 as well, then maybe. But no. Wait.
Because Croatia on 1, Czech Republic are on 4.
It depends on Scotland, Croatia though, doesn't it? Like it depends on that result is.
So it's practically impossible for us.
Yeah.
Unless Croatia win like 7-0.
We're not guaranteed because we could finish third quite easily if Czech and Scotland both win. But we've been saying 4 points is enough, but you never know. You never know.
No, you never know. We're going to get 2 changes in this game here. Raspadori and there was another say. I think it's Brian Cristante are both going to come on. Just see him talk to Mancini there. They'll have a corner. It's flicked on. And it was nearly put in by that substitute at Serbia. So close. And Italy, they just look closer and closer to scoring as the time keeps on ticking down.
Instead of looking closer and closer, can they just do, please? That'd be great. That'd be great right now.
As it stands.
Obviously, earlier when I said a fighting chance, I mean a fighting chance of being a best third place team. I'm not even thinking about second right now. No. I'm thinking about being that third place team, which the way these groups are holding up, though, every group seems tight. Most groups seem really tight.
Yeah. It's That's the thing. Any team, I think North Macedonia can still go through as possible third place, but
no, I don't think 3 points is enough. I don't think 3 is enough.
Same, but you've got to give Pandev FC some hope. But
no. Why is this a thing? No, you don't.
But if you look at this group, obviously Italy are going to top it on 9 points. Wales, Switzerland both on 4.
Oh.
Switzerland signed third on -1 goal difference.
Wasn't given. Forget it. But that was a bad decision by the ref.
And taking last, if you look at Group B, Belgium on 6 points, but that second spot, Finland and Russia, both on 3. Denmark on 3 can still go. Doubt they could go through as third place, depending on of the results. Netherlands, Ukraine. Netherlands on 6. Ukraine, Austria on 3. North Macedonia on 0. Our group, very interesting. 4 points for Czech Republic and England. 1 for Croatia, 1 for Scotland. Group E and Group F are the most interesting. Group E, Sweden on 4 points.
Spain's group's my most intriguing.
Yeah, that's Group E because it's Sweden on 4 points, Slovakia on 3, Spain on 2, and Poland on 1. Poland could still go through.
Yeah, Poland could. I'm not sure if Poland could technically top the group. I'm not sure, depending on.
Goal difference would have to happen.
And Seferovic is coming off. Gavranovic will replace him. He's put in a good shift today. Seferovic and my boy from the Augsburg save, Ruben Vargas, is coming on as well.
Good to see him.
Be interesting if he comes on maybe for the man on the left who I've been used to play.
Zuba.
You like him. Zuba, thank you. Yeah, why did I forget him?
Bale's wide open, and he's just missed it from like 5 yards, 7 yards out. And don't get me wrong, he's hit it on the volley. It was a cross comes in. Roden heads it back across, and Gareth Bale is basically wide open. He goes for it on the volley, and he skies it over the crossbar. Oof. A player of Gareth Bale's quality, you would probably expect him to put that in if he maybe took control so close. By the way, the change happened. Daniel James is off, Harry Wilson is on, and as Brian Crisante and Raspadori are both on for Jorginho and Bernadeschi. But oh my God.
Some nice subs as Xhaka's coming through the middle. He's been fouled, referee! It is going to be a free kick on the edge of the box. I will tell you, the sub was Shaqiri, so they will allow Vargas to play on his preferred right-hand side. Yeah. And it'll be Zuba on the left, Vargas on the right. But Xhaka bringing the ball forward like a modern-day Frank Lampard there. And he is fouled on the edge of the box. And it will be a really good opportunity. A little bit too close, I feel, to go over and under.
Who do you think takes it?
Sorry, over and down, sorry. Well, I'm just having a look. It's Xhaka and Bolo. Just let Xhaka whack it as hard as he can. Genuinely, do what he does best and just hit it as hard as he can. But it's Xhaka and Mbolo. As much as I love Mbolo, I'd love him to get the goal. But this is right on the edge of the 18.
And you've had screamers all this game.
I know. Come on, Xhaka. Hit it as hard as you can. The wall is literally just in front of the 6-yard line. That's how close it is. The wall's about 8 or 10 yards, but
you cry a piece of magic.
Come on, Xhaka. Just hit it as hard as you can. Rifle it, lad.
Can Switzerland go far up?
Referee blows his whistle. It's Xhaka. It's under the wall. It's the post. Oh, Xhaka.
Whoa.
Oh, Xhaka. Oh, this game would have just been pen. No. Oh, Xhaka. He went to the far right and he just hits the post. No.
Oh, God. And by the way, Kieran, this may worry you a little bit. Wales have got momentum. This is now that they're angering Italy. Third free kick in a while. It was taken. It didn't come to anything. But they're winning the ball back so much more. And I don't know what it is because it's the substitute. Brooks, I say this in his counter-attack. Is Serbe on the right-hand side. Plays through to the wing. To Bastoni. Puts the ball in and it's actually very awful. But Wales have got a little bit of momentum.
It's actually very awful, I'll be honest. Yeah. It's really awful in the end.
It was a poor ball by Serbe. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting him to be playing these incredible balls through, but...
No, you know. He's got it in him.
As he's just saying, the Wales... Go on.
Oh, sorry, did you see everyone tearing Danny Murphy yesterday?
No,
because he showed his lack of football knowledge, which is, unsurprising. He goes, "Oh, Pau Torres, he's not the quickest of centre-backs. Pau Torres registered the quickest of all La Liga centre-backs last season." So, anyway, Granit Xhaka, who I'm actually going to confidently say, not the quickest, is actually booked in this game.
I would like that, though, if we just come out with the most outrageous statements. I mean, you look here, Harry Kane, not the most clinical of finishers when it comes to world football.
Mbappe, bit slow, not the quickest man I've ever seen. But anyway, 12 minutes to go, and Switzerland are in charge. Get in.
It's similar to the Jermaine Genius comment about Vuvegost.
No, don't get me started. But no, Turkey coming forward, driving through the middle, through the left. What a strike from Cengiz Under. It's over the crossbar. He picked it up from deep in his own half, and he was driving, and he just didn't want to give it up. He tries to get shrugged by Vargas, breezes past him. And I don't know if Sommer's got a touch. I don't think he has in the end, but there will be two subs. It's Kenan Karaman, who I don't know how he lasted as long as he did in the opening two fixtures. He's coming on. Kvechi, brilliant goal, but he does come off as well. And he's been replaced by Orkun Koku. And then who's coming off for Kenan Karaman? Let's have a look. Cengiz Under, who could have just scored an absolute beauty, but Kenan Karaman's on.
Right. I know in our watch-alongs everything complained about the referee not blowing up pulling the flag up early. Pessina has made a lovely running behind there. All the Wales players complained, and initially, from the view, it looked like he was offside. Pessina could have easily put a ball in there, no Wales defenders by him. The ref puts the flag up. The replay that we get shown, he's onside.
Yeah.
He's like,
you can't win. Yeah, you can't win. As we've got a corner in this game. I don't know about you. It's been a bad. I really miss having a 2 and 8 o'clock game. I don't like having one game slot a day. I know it's so annoying.
It was today when I woke up. I went, "Oh, nice. What's the 2 o'clock game? Oh, what?
Yeah, nothing."
Okay. I was like, "Okay, luckily F1's on." But I was sat there going, "Oh, 5 o'clock now. I wonder what the 8 o'clock game is. I'll watch it while I do something."
Nothing.
There's nothing.
No,
it's getting to that point of the competition, unfortunately.
It's so crap. As Zuba's corner comes in, doesn't beat the first man. Come on, Zuba, mate.
He's better than that.
He is. He is better than that.
Still 9 minutes left in this game, and Italy only 1-0 up. I mean, man of the match for me so far is going to be Pessina, who scored the goal and coming into the team. I think not worries from Italian fans, but definitely would be like, okay, I know we're practically already through, but you wanted to secure first, and maybe you would have been surprised to see Locatelli on the bench, but Pessina has done a stand-up job really today. He's done a really good job.
Pessina's a really quality player. I don't know if we did the last Italy game and I mentioned him off the bench because I'm a big fan of Pessina, but he's one of them. I don't think he'll keep his place in the next stage. I think that midfield has been fine completely, but it's good to see that when they bring him in, he can be relied upon. As with 9 minutes to go, does anyone look like getting the second goal in your game? Only a 1-0, unfortunately.
Unfortunately for you, you can have a bit of hope because it probably is Italy. If we're being honest, enjoying a nice amount of possession, but Wales haven't given anything. Gareth Bale has been practically invisible today at that one opportunity. Aaron Ramsey has tried to create some stuff. As it's Chiesa on the wing to Verratti. It's a very heavy touch, but it's still with Italy inside the box. It's still not cleared. Verratti. Chiesa. Puts it, and it's blocked well there by, I think that's Joe Rodon. Someone makes a block, and it's a good block. I think the thing is, I don't think if you told someone that Wales have had a red card in this game, you wouldn't have noticed it was Nico Williams. You wouldn't have noticed. They've actually defended quite resiliently and still gone forward the same intensity. As we are going to see 3 changes from Wales, and I know one of them was Ben Davies, one of them was Dylan Levitt, and the other one I think was David Brooks. So a lot of change from Wales trying to get something in this game, especially with it being 1-0. I know Kieran will not be happy, but this corner will come in. It's a good high ball. Pessina wins the header. Chiesa controls it down really well. Still Chiesa. Goes for the shot. Blocked. Oh, he's doing 360s. It was a good challenge, though, from Connor Roberts. And it's going to be another corner for Italy. But these subs will have to be made soon from Wales. They want him to make an impact. Switzerland looking like to add a fourth?
They did previously, but not so much now, to be honest with you. I think I'd like them to add a fourth, of course. Goal difference will be crucial at one stage. But with 6 minutes to go, you also don't want to leave yourself open at the back and have a nervy ending, of course, which is what the worry is. But Admir Mehmedi, who's not had much game time, I don't think he's been on at all, actually, in this
No,
tournament.
I don't think so.
Maybe he might have had a fleeting appearance in the first game, but he will come on. Not a consistent scorer at either level for Wolfsburg or Switzerland, for that matter. But we'll have to see, as it's going to be a ball down the left-hand side. This time it is Turkey coming forward. But Elvedi is an absolute rock. He is a rock. But do you know what the annoying thing is, actually? I'm just thinking. Like, because of Kvetchi's screamer, it's took away clean sheet points. That is
I'm about to say, I haven't actually checked my Euro fantasy today.
I had Immobile captained. Oh, dear.
Mate, I've had Lewandowski captained for the entire tournament.
Well, he scored yesterday.
Yeah, he genuinely saved me, in the last match day, because Guerrero and Diaz both got -2.
They did.
But luckily Lewandowski got me 10. So far, I'm on 3 points because of big, sexy Jan Sommer. But I did drop
Zuba is finally being replaced by Loris Benito. This is actually your dream sub if it was a different Benito. But Loris Benito comes on. And Mehmedi, I'm presuming, will be for Mbolo, surely. Or maybe will Mbolo. It's for Mbolo. He's played brilliantly today. Absolute mad. Do you know what the thing is? In front of goal, he's not been the one getting the goals, but holding the ball up and driving at players, he's done a little bit of both. And Mehmedi comes on, but I'm proud of my boy today.
He's had a good game.
He has. He's not put a foot wrong all tournament for me, really.
No. Hopefully we get to see him further into it. As we're going to see all these subs come in for Wales. Ben Davies will come on for Nico Williams. Gareth Bale will come off for Harry Wilson. And Dylan Levitt will come on for Joe Allen. As well.
I think Wales look to me like they're resting their players for the next stages, which they'll be confident. Obviously, they're in second at the moment. They're probably going to stay there, so it makes sense to rest the players that you've got. As there was a sub in my game, Kalanoglu is off for Tokoj.
Yeah, but and you said it perfectly, because I think Italy are going to do the same here. Pacino coming off, and Castroville will come on as well. Midfield of Fiorentina.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, for Italy, 100%.
Yeah, it's one of them where there'll be two different types of teams, really. Teams that will rotate because they're comfortable and they're through, and the teams that have everything to play for in the final match day, which we will see tomorrow, of course, between Austria and Ukraine. It's going to be a massive game. I'm so happy I'm covering it.
I'd say you've got a good one there. You've got a very good one. So you'll see what's going to come up on the channel. Yeah, it will. Which
as well.
It'll be huge from him. Take away what he said and what he did, but it was probably a very big miss for Austria.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
even on the bench.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, regardless of where he's playing now, he's still at points as one of the best players in the world, but one very talented player. And
I put in the chat in the other day that he's agreed to move out of China. I don't know if you saw. I think it was Bologna agreed terms. I can't remember I don't know if it was a real source, but apparently Bologna agreed terms. I'm not sure.
Oh, nice.
Could have been a crap source, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure he's leaving China. And
barbecue.
Back. What?
You
said crap source. I got it. No, I got it.
It was a youth kind of thing. Belotti, who hasn't had a good game, has a shot block. I don't know.
Standard, man. I mean, admittedly, barbecue is a crap sauce. I've got to admit, even like that is a correct statement. Barbecue is a crap sauce. But
can they go? Oh, he's blocked. Belotti on the turn. I don't know why it made me react so much, because it wasn't that good at the end. It was saved by Danny Ward. We've got a comment here from Michael Brown. He said, should Robert Page be given the Wales job permanently due to Wales getting into the knockout stage, or should Giggsy get his job back?
No, Giggsy should not get his job back. Give it to Robert Page.
Give him bloody Ryan Giggs. Can't
it's
trust
the
him.
88th minute, and Granit Xhaka's putting in a quality tackle halfway down the field. That is my captain right there.
I'm about to say, this game, I don't have anyone. I really don't. She's such a shame. As I think Emerson...
I think I have a whole team.
We're seeing a keeper change.
Really?
Gianluigi Donnarumma is going to come off, and Salvatore Sirigu is going to come on.
What the fuck?
Come on. Things you love to see.
Do you know what I wish this was, right? Because some people have Donnarumma in fantasy, and you have to play over 77 minutes to get an extra point. I would have liked them to take him off at 76.
That would have been
and
so
just
funny.
Gone, no extra points. Oh, yeah, literally.
What I think they should do now is bring on Alex Murray when added time gets announced. So he gets the cap.
Maybe it's because it's more than likely maybe Sirigu's final tournament. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if he,
more than likely.
For a little bit longer or not.
I mean, how old is he?
The ball's gone long. He's the thing is with Sirigu though, he's looked about. Yeah, I was gonna say he's looked 34 though for the past like 10 years. That's the problem with Sirigu. No, he's old, but the thing is there was a really long ball there, and I'm screaming for Kakia to come out and get it, but he just doesn't do anything. So Sioncho has to track back, and it is going to be a throw in for Switzerland. I would like him to get a fourth to put the icing on the cake of a brilliant performance.
Yeah. I mean, it's currently 3 minutes added on here. Bob led to the wing. And I don't think he'll come to anything, I'll be honest with you. Castrovilla.
Tell you what.
Fucking hell, no.
Switzerland moving the ball well, and it is in the box. It's a little bit scrappy, to be honest with you. And Ruben Vargas is free on the right-hand side, and he'll just play it backwards. And I've got to admit, I think this has been a really good Switzerland performance. They moved the ball a lot quicker. They've looked a lot more dominant. And I like the new system, I'll be honest with you.
It's what they had to do, innit? They had to come out and get a win, first of all, to give them the best shot of still going through. But...
Yeah, and
yeah.
I think the early goal settled the nerves for Switzerland today. They struggled at points to break Wales down when they had dominated the possession and dominated the chances, but couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. That early goal for me today was so crucial, because what it will have done as well, as much as it prepped Switzerland to go on and dominate the game or be better in the game, it would have killed Turkey's confidence immediately. And for a team that's having a bad tournament, if you can get a goal within 10 minutes and put them immediately back on the back foot, it will have helped them both. As Vidma is coming off for Kevin and Babu, who gets a 2-minute cameo.
By the way, we nearly had a goal here. Branco Sante outside the box tries to go left, and Danny was forced to make a save. But Belotti just arrives literally 2 seconds too late, because he's sliding. He just narrowly misses the ball, and Danny Wall still has to make a save. But 1 minute 20 left. Doesn't look like both sides will get a goal in this game, and it looks like it'll end 1-0.
Yeah, more than likely, with not much. I can't imagine much additional time to go. We've got a minute, left now. A minute and 20 seconds. As the refs called a foul. It's not a foul. Come on.
And I tell you what, for Italy, there will be little worries, I do feel like, with Belotti, because he hasn't done well in front of goal today. He's had a couple of opportunities and probably should have had a goal. And let's say Immobile pulls up with an injury. Can they rely on Belotti to score? Because if it was based on this game right now, I would say no.
However, different supporting cast. If it's Insigne and Berardi making the chances, or Locatelli or someone like that from midfield, he might have a better chance of scoring, because Immobile, he is a brilliant, fantastic finisher. But if he has a little bit of help from the better providers, then it could be a little bit better in front of goal. And I've only just noticed it till now. Why is Yilmaz the photo? Get a Swiss player up there, man.
I don't create the thumbnails.
No,
don't shoot the messenger.
I'll have a word. I'm having words. If Stefan Liner's not the image tomorrow, I'm fuming.
As Italy have topped their group 1-0 win against Wales. And now I was going to ask you first, but I'll say my man of the match. You know what? We'll give it the goal scorer, Pessina. I mean, when he was on, obviously he came off, but majority of the game he was on the pitch. Did really well, was trying to make the runs in behind, was trying to play through Belotti or Chiesa. If we had to say people played the full 9 minutes, Chiesa. But I'll go for Pessina. And I mean, I don't know how long's left in your game, but who's your man of the match?
We're actually 20 seconds over the time.
Oh.
It's just a corner for Turkey. So I'll say after this, Yazici puts the corner in, comes to nothing, and surely the ref's got to blow up soon. And yeah, he will. He will blow up, and that is all she wrote. 3-1, not enough to put Switzerland second in the group. They are third. They've got 4 points. They've done what they needed to do today, but we'll have to see if it's enough. And you gave your man of the match. It's so easy to give it to the goal scorer. But on this occasion, I have to give it to Shaqiri. He was the man that they needed to rely on in the big occasion, and he brought moments of quality. Special mention for Zuba. He's been brilliant. He made this team, he made the team so much more balanced with this new formation of a 4-4-2 almost. But Shaqiri, he's the man that Switzerland have relied on so many times, and he came to the show today and really shone on the big occasion with a beauty of 2 beautiful goals, really. And but it could have been many a player today. They were absolutely fantastic with Switzerland.
And I think we've been treated you was treated definitely to a good game.
Yeah, I think I was. I've got to admit, I was spoiled with that game today.
And unfortunately for me, Wales didn't really look like to go out and score. But more importantly for Wales and Italy, both through. Italy top in the group on 9 points. Wales coming second on 4 points ahead on goal difference. Switzerland will be hoping that 4 points is enough. There's still quite a lot of games to go. Unfortunately, they sort of have to play first, so they set the standard for that third place. So I know for KL, he'll have his fingers crossed for Switzerland.
It's going to be a nervous wait, because obviously tomorrow I'll be cheering on Austria for Stefan Leiner, but is 4 points going to be enough for them? I don't know at this point. So it'll be a tense wait for every team, but that's as much as they can do. They did their job today, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's enough.
About to say, well, thank you everyone for watching. This is what's coming up on the channel this week, this coming couple of days. Obviously, you watched this Watchalong with KL. Thank you to everyone that did join. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and notification bell. Then we will have North Macedonia versus Netherlands and Ukraine versus Austria with Josh and KL tomorrow. Should be very fun games. They're all to play for between Ukraine and Austria. Then Finland versus Belgium and Russia versus Denmark. That's at 10 to 8 on the 21st of June. Again, some big games. And then me and Josh will be live. Czech Republic versus England and Croatia versus Scotland. Again, anyone can go through in them games, hopefully. But KL, thank you very much for being with me today.
No, thank you for joining me as well. It's been a very good, one of us had a really good game. Unfortunately for you, it was one of them not as much to play for in that one, which probably hindered the football on the pitch a little bit, because would it be right in saying Wales were kind of settled towards the end with what they'd got?
Yeah, you saw it with them substitutes. They were seeking out to, I mean, especially going one man to 10 men with Ampadu sending off. It was going to be a big miss in that next game, whoever they play. They were settled there. I think if they heard if Switzerland maybe got one more, they may have tried to switch it up, but just because they sort of knew they had the goal difference covered, there was no really major worries for us. And as for Switzerland, as you said, they finished third. Unfortunately, poor tournament from Turkey. Really poor tournament.
Yeah, there were a lot of people's, surprise package. Or,
there were Wills, I think.
Dark horse. Oh, no, I mean a lot of people in general. I know Will have had it. He would have had Israel if they were here, but unfortunately they didn't make it. So, but no, I do think overall they'll look back with quite a few regrets about this tournament not going the way they will have foresaw.
They will. And so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at @the_top corner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn the notification bell, share this channel with your friends. KL and Josh, we'll see you tomorrow. And,
we will.